Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title, we will be doing a tag today. I picked this up from Annette's Beauty Corner, but the original poster is Georgia Harris. And this is gonna be the makeup collector tag. All about my collection, what I do, and basically everything about like my makeup. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching. And please don't forget to subscribe because I do upload 3 times a week. And that is the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. I like this eye better than this eye, and I keep turning this way and I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. So I'm gonna like, you're gonna get this side today. Anyway, if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, and let's jump right into the video. So first question is, how long have you been collecting makeup? I have had makeup for years, and at one point, I want to say about 5 years ago, I threw away everything I had. It was expired, it was gross. I didn't have any like collectible stuff. It was just kind of nasty. So I threw everything away, and I want to say like 3 years ago or so, I restarted my collection. Question number 2, what kind of a collection do you have? Minimal, utilitarian, aesthetic, historical? Kind of a little bit of everything. I definitely am not a minimalist. I have far too much in every single category. I think for me is I have FOMO, so I just like to try everything. So if I can get my hands on it, I will try it. If I like it, I keep it. So basically, if you go through my drawers, you're not really gonna find too much I don't like, unless it's like new and I'm testing it, but within like 6 weeks, if it's in there and I don't touch it, out the door. Question 3, are you a completionist? No, I'm not. I thought I was, and for a very long time I was like, I need everything. And then when Jeffree Star launched the Alien palette, I was like, no thank you. I have all of the rest of his palettes, and at that moment I was like, you know what? I'm not a completionist. I don't need everything. If it's not calling to me, just because it's a brand that I have all the other products on, I'm not gonna like fight to have them all. There's too much. And too much is constantly getting launched and too many things are constantly getting made that I feel like it's almost a disservice and I can't keep up, so I don't expect like I need to have every single shade of every single formula of things I love. How do I store and organize my collection? So I have 2 sets of Alex drawers right here. I do have a mini like acrylic, which I will link a video I did up here, all about the stuff I keep in the mini acrylic on top of my desk, which is like my go-to everyday favorites. And then I do have shelves lining the walls in my beauty room with palettes so that I can kind of like see my favorites and grab them a little quicker. Although I've kind of noticed that the stuff up there tends to stay there and I go into the drawers more frequently. So I do need to like re-rotate and figure out how I want to organize it. But yeah, I'm doing a full beauty room studio tour at some point really soon. So look out for that. What is my favorite thing about my collection? I would have to say the versatility. I can go dramatic, I can go soft, I have different price points. I think like across the board, I could do a full face under like $50 or I could do a full face over like $2,000 and everything in between. And that's something I really like, to be able to dip into drugstore, dip into affordable, and find like the best hybrid of everything. What is your least favorite thing about or something to improve in your collection? I think at this point, and I've said this in the past, I tend to skew high-end, and I do want to do a lot more of my due diligence in getting into products in the drugstore a little bit more. I tend to use the more luxury prestige products, and that's just what I enjoy, but I definitely think I could focus a little more heavily onto drugstore products. Except highlighters. I have plenty of affordable highlighters. What is the biggest category in your collection? I would have to say setting powders. I don't know why, but I have more setting powders between loose and pressed than pretty much anything. Maybe eyeshadows. No, brushes. Brushes. I am a brush hoarder. I have so many brushes. Brushes, eyeshadows, powders. I don't even know why those are the categories, because I use the same brushes every day. I use like my favorite powders. I tend to stick to the same ones all the time. I don't know, but definitely those like eyeshadow, brushes, powders. What is the smallest category of your collection? Brow. Brow is definitely the smallest because I don't like a lot of brow products, and if I use them and I like them, I keep them, and if I use them and I don't like them, they are gone very quickly. So I have very little brow on hand, I'm not gonna lie. Followed by blush. I'm very picky about blush, so I don't keep a lot of it around. If I don't like it and it's not my vibe, out the window. Do you have a holy grail in your collection? Again, I did link the, like, my everyday favorites, but I feel like my Holy Grail changes with the weather. I don't have, like... Actually, that's not true. The MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I have repurchased this time and time again. I have used this as an eye base every single time I do my makeup. I feel like without it, like, that is something I can consistently say, I don't have anything else in my collection that I gravitate towards. I have other eye bases, and I don't use them. I neglect them. That's the Holy Grail. Do you ever wish your collection was bigger, smaller, or is it complete? It's definitely not complete. I know I'm going to continue to grow and hoard and get more, but I'm happy with it. I don't think I'm, like, starving for more options in any category, but whenever I see a new launch, there's always that itch that I think I need it, and I know I need it, and I definitely want it. I know that doesn't make sense, but it totally makes sense, and if you clicked on this video, you understand what I'm going through. It is definitely not just me. How often do you declutter your makeup in your collection? I would probably say every month a little bit. Like, I never go through drawer by drawer and, like, massively purge. That's something I do maybe twice a year. But as far as every year when I do my favorites and my flops, the things I don't like, things I'm not enjoying live on top of my vanity so that I can find a way to love them or get rid of them. So I don't really declutter too often. There are times I'll go through and I will pull out, like, these are the mascaras I'm currently using, and once I get to the point where it's been longer than it should be, I will declutter them. But that's like every other month or so. Do you ever get envious seeing other people's makeup collections? Yes and no. I don't get envious of their collections themselves because I'm happy with the amount I have because I can use all of it. I feel like if I got any more, it would just be unreasonable and I don't think I would get to it. I do get envious of other people's storage spaces. Like, my studio's pretty small. I would love to have just like a wall of shelving that I can put all of my stuff into by category and really be a little bit more, like, expanded upon. But as far as the physical items, I'm pretty good with what I have. It's just when I see a good storage, like Raw Beauty Christie just posted her house tour after her renovations. Her beauty room is intense and beautiful and the shelving is goals and I love it. So, like, shelving and storage I get envious of, not actual product. Who on YouTube has the best makeup collection video? Tati Westbrook, because it's like 30 videos because her collection is so huge and that studio is so gorgeous that I could get lost in there for days and not come up for air and not mind. Like, the white and the drawers and the soft clothes, and it's just so pretty. And I know Patrick Starr just posted his closet tour, not closet tour, his beauty room tour and his makeup storage. I like the storage concept. I would do things a little bit differently, but I think there's a really good method to his madness as well, so that's something to think about. And one more question, what is some advice to give a future makeup collector? Be practical. If you are going to overly hoard a certain product or type of product, make sure it's something worthwhile. Like, I like to collect eyeshadow palettes and highlighters, a lot of powder products that I can spray down with alcohol and sanitize and properly store. I don't hoard foundations because they get gross and they separate, and if I was to go in that drawer right now, I'm positive I would find at least one bottle of like an oil separated foundation, and that's gonna go right in the trash. And it's just wasteful. If you are going to be interested in a specific collection, make sure you're being reasonable with what you're getting. You don't need 90 concealers. Like, I have more than I should probably have, but on hand at any given time, I'm usually using 5. And that's because I have in my shade for regular concealing, I have a shade for brightening, I have whether I want full coverage or something a little more lightweight, and then I have something that, you know, I'm testing out one way or another. So I try to limit it to like 4 or 5. You don't need 15 different concealers or 30 mascaras. Just wait, use what you have up, and go to the next one. I know we have this constant urge in the beauty community and really just in makeup loving in general to try the next and grab it and start and use and go. And that's not healthy. We gotta use what we have because that's gonna be important. And that is it. So I am going to make sure that I link both Annette and George's video down below. Let me know if you guys are doing this tag because I would love to see what you guys think. Or if you just wanna comment down below with your 1 to 14, what are your answers to the tag? I wanna hear it. Let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.